You are most welcome. This is Liberio TZ Learning Desk. Subscribe to this channel. Today we are going to see the subject which is very scarce in this world. We could say the subject which very few are aware of it. This is philosophy. Philosophia. Philosophy is a subject which is very scarce taught in the world. The term philosophy is built by two words. These are philo and sophia. Subscribe. This is Liberio Desk Learning Center. Philo means love. Sophia means wisdom. So philosophy is the love of wisdom. So philosophy is the love of wisdom, while a philosopher is a lover of wisdom. The term philosopher was introduced by the philosopher Pythagoras in 16th century. He just referred himself as philosophos. So he called himself philosophos. That means philosopher. This is a Greek term. So the philosophy, systematic philosophy, can be traced to be born in Greek. These are the Athenians. So the philosophy should be the subject to all people. Aristotle once said that I'm neither an Athenian nor a Greek. I'm of the world. That means philosophy is for the world. Philosophy is for all people. Philosophy is nourishing one's mind. Philosophy nourishes our minds. So philosophy is exercising one's mind, intellect, heart in searching the knowledge. So the perfection of the philosopher is to reach to the truth. Hence, the philosopher is the seeker of knowledge from zero level to the perfection. The philosopher must ask many questions in things which are very obvious and which are not obvious, so that he may dig out the proper answers. The philosopher is seeking the solution of every question, of any problem to the society. We could say a philosopher is the doctor of many problems, if not all problems, whether in thinking, manner, or in behavior. The philosopher is the man of inner peace. Seneca the philosopher once said that we have to search for the tranquility of soul. The philosopher Seneca once said we should avoid pains. We should avoid the things that pains us. We should not despair. We should not be. We should be generous. We have to avoid depressions. We should not hurt our thoughts. We should not hurt our minds. This was Seneca, the philosopher, in his principle of the tranquility of the soul. So a philosopher is a man of virtues. Philosopher is the man of virtues. Virtues means to act like a human, to act like a man, vir. So you have to act wisely, prudently in different matters. So the philosopher is the man of virtues. We have a lot of virtues, human virtues and the virtues of man. So we have assertiveness, we have caring, we have cleanness, we have commitment, we have compassion, we have confidence, we have consideration, we have cooperation, we have courage, we have courtesy, we have detachment, we have determination, we have diligence, we have enthusiasm, we have the virtue of integrity, we have the virtue of joyfulness, we have the virtue of justice, we have the virtue of kindness, we have the virtue of love, we have the virtue of royalty, we have the virtue of moderation, we have the virtue of modesty, we have the virtue of orderliness, we have the virtue of patience, we have the virtue of perseverance, we have the virtue of purposefulness, we have the virtue of reliability, we have the virtue of respect, we have the virtue of responsibility, we have the virtue of self-discipline, we have the virtue of service, we have the virtue of tact, we have the virtue of thankfulness, we have the virtue of tolerance, we have the virtue of trust, we have the virtue of trustworthiness and the trustfulness, and lastly we have the virtue of understanding and unity. This is Rebellion Learning Desk. Subscribe this. Today we are going to see the scope of philosophy, the historical background, and the prominent philosophers, contemporary philosophers, African philosophers, ancient philosophers, Asian philosophers, without forgetting these are Tao and Confucius, the father of the Asian philosophy and the philosophers. Stay tuned, don't move away. Subscribe to this channel, be inspired in your life. Thanks for watching.